Have you ever imagined waking up tomorrow as an overnight millionaire? The idea of instant wealth excites us all. Dream cars, luxurious homes, financial freedom. But before Allah blesses someone with sudden abundance, there are tests that shape your character, your heart, and your faith. Wealth is not just about numbers in a bank account. It's a responsibility, a trust, and a trial. In this video, we're going to explore 5 crucial tests Allah may send before granting wealth. Tests that determine whether you are truly ready to handle prosperity without losing your morals, humility, or peace of mind. These aren't just lessons about money. They are spiritual challenges that prepare you for success that lasts, both in this world and the hereafter. So, if you've ever dreamed of becoming wealthy, don't just chase the money. Let's see what Allah tests first, and how passing these tests can transform your life for the better. Test 1. Patience. Before Allah grants sudden wealth, one of the first and most important tests is patience. Many people imagine that wealth will solve all their problems, but in reality, it often brings a new set of challenges. Patience is the ability to remain steadfast and composed when circumstances are uncertain, and it is especially crucial when facing rapid change. Allah tests your patience to ensure that your heart is prepared to handle the responsibilities and pressures that come with sudden abundance. Patience is not just waiting passively. It is an active effort to maintain faith, self-control, and a clear mind during trials. When a person receives wealth, they might face envy from others, increased expectations, or the temptation to make hasty decisions. Without patience, wealth can quickly become a source of stress, anxiety, or even misguidance. By testing patience first, Allah evaluates whether a person can navigate these challenges wisely and without losing sight of their values. Moreover, patience helps in cultivating gratitude and humility. It teaches a person to value each step of progress rather than obsess over the end result. Those who demonstrate patience in small matters are more likely to remain balanced when larger responsibilities arrive. In essence, this test is not only about enduring delays, but about building emotional strength, resilience, and spiritual maturity. In conclusion, patience is the foundation upon which all other tests will be built. Without it, sudden wealth can become a trial rather than a blessing. By mastering patience, a believer proves they are ready to handle the bounties Allah may grant in the future. Test 2. Gratitude. Gratitude is a fundamental test Allah presents before granting immense wealth. While patience prepares the heart to endure trials, gratitude ensures the heart remains pure and content once blessings arrive. When wealth comes suddenly, it is easy for a person to take it for granted, to see it as a right rather than a blessing. Allah tests whether you can recognize that every success, every coin, and every opportunity ultimately comes from Him. True gratitude is not just saying thank you. It is living in a state of awareness and appreciation, acknowledging that your abilities, circumstances, and fortunes are gifts from Allah. This test encourages humility. Wealth can create a false sense of independence, making a person believe they are self-sufficient and need nothing else. Gratitude reminds you that even with financial abundance, reliance on Allah is constant. Those who fail this test often become arrogant, boastful, or careless, forgetting that what they have today could be gone tomorrow. Moreover, gratitude shapes behavior. It motivates generosity, ethical decisions, and mindful living. Someone who is grateful tends to invest wealth wisely, care for family and community, and avoid extravagance or wastefulness. By contrast, a lack of gratitude can turn wealth into a source of anxiety, selfishness, or moral compromise. In essence, the test of gratitude is about cultivating a heart that sees wealth as an opportunity to serve, benefit others, and strengthen one's connection with Allah. Recognizing and appreciating blessings before they grow into overwhelming abundance is a sign of spiritual maturity and readiness to receive greater rewards. Test 3. Trust in Allah, Tawakkul. One of the most critical tests before attaining wealth is trust in Allah, or Tawakkul. This test examines whether a person relies on Allah's guidance rather than solely depending on their own efforts or worldly strategies. Sudden opportunities for wealth can be tempting, and it is easy to forget that ultimate provision comes from Allah. The test lies in whether you can maintain faith that whatever comes to you is part of Allah's plan, and whatever does not reach you is for your greater good. Trust in Allah is also about surrendering control without becoming passive. It requires taking responsible actions while believing that the outcome is in Allah's hands. This balance distinguishes a wise believer from someone who is either reckless or anxious. A person who passes this test remains calm in the face of uncertainty, confident in Allah's wisdom, and avoids shortcuts that compromise their integrity. Additionally, trust fosters inner peace. Sudden wealth can trigger fear, doubt, or obsessive worry about maintaining it. When a believer trusts Allah, these anxieties diminish, allowing them to make clear, ethical decisions without panic. It also strengthens resilience. Setbacks are seen as lessons rather than failures, and successes are approached with humility. In short, this test ensures that wealth will not distort a person's faith. Those who truly trust Allah handle prosperity with balance, gratitude, and wisdom, proving they are ready to receive the bounties He may grant. Test 4. Generosity. Generosity is one of the key tests Allah presents before granting wealth. Sudden financial abundance can be a temptation to focus solely on personal comfort, but Allah tests whether a person is willing to share their blessings with others. True generosity is not measured by the amount given, but by the sincerity of the heart. This test examines whether wealth is seen as a means to help, support, and uplift others, rather than merely as a source of personal enjoyment. This trial also reflects the believer's sense of social responsibility. Those who pass this test understand that wealth carries a duty to provide for family, assist the needy, and support causes that benefit the community. Refusing to give out of selfishness or fear of losing status indicates that the person's heart is not ready to handle abundance responsibly. Generosity cultivates spiritual growth. Giving without expectation teaches humility and detachment from materialism, reminding the believer that true wealth lies in good deeds, not just money. It also protects against greed and arrogance, which are common pitfalls when wealth arrives quickly. Moreover, charity serves as a purifier for wealth, ensuring it brings blessing rather than burden. In essence, this test ensures that sudden wealth does not lead to a hardened heart. Allah observes whether a person can transform material blessings into a source of goodness for themselves and others, proving they are spiritually prepared to wield wealth responsibly and ethically. Test 5. Integrity. The final test Allah sends before granting wealth is integrity, remaining honest and morally upright even when opportunities for dishonesty or shortcuts arise. Sudden wealth can bring temptations to compromise values for personal gain. This test examines whether a person will hold firm to ethical principles, honor commitments, and avoid deceit, fraud, or exploitation. Wealth without integrity can quickly become a source of harm, both to oneself and to others. Integrity is more than simply following rules. It reflects the alignment between one's actions and inner character. Allah tests whether a person will maintain transparency in dealings, treat others fairly, and uphold justice, even when no one is watching. This ensures that wealth does not inflate arrogance or justify immoral behavior. A person who passes this test demonstrates that their character is strong enough to handle the responsibilities and influence that come with abundance. Moreover, integrity safeguards trust. People are more willing to collaborate, support, and respect someone whose wealth is earned and used ethically. It also ensures peace of mind. Without moral compromise, there is no burden of guilt or fear of retribution. Ultimately, this test ensures that sudden wealth becomes a tool for good rather than corruption. Those who maintain integrity prove they are spiritually and morally prepared to wield wealth responsibly, making their success not only material, but also a means of blessing for themselves and the community. Becoming an overnight millionaire may seem tempting, but true success comes when your heart passes Allah's tests: patience, gratitude, trust, generosity, and integrity. Remember, wealth is a blessing only when it is earned, preserved, and used responsibly. May Allah guide us, protect our hearts, and grant us blessings that bring goodness to ourselves and others. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Purpose Deen for more guidance on living a purposeful, faith-centered life. Comment below with your prayer for Allah's guidance and prosperity. We'd love to hear from you. From